Hey, back again. Video number 4. We're going to do a walkthrough of the power sheets and the Inkwell press planner, and I know you're going to love this. They're amazing. Okay, we're going to start with the power sheets because that's kind of how they need to go in terms of order when you're going through this process. So, and I don't have the camera that kind of sits over the thing, so we're just going to hold it up. So we're going to do the power sheets first. I'm not going to get all into all the, oh, this is so cute kind of thing because I want to show you the practical part of it. And you can watch other videos to see all of the cutesy stuff. So first thing, she's got lots of good quotes and things in here that kind of help you process as you go. Just really pretty stuff. So, okay, first things first. First of all, this is my word for the year, so I thought that was kind of cool that it's in the front of the book. So she has you go through this process to kind of help define your priorities, and then from there your goals and that kind of thing, and kind of know how to make progress on your year. So again, these tools that I use kind of help me prepare for the process that's in the power sheets. Then this one, and then this one. Most of the process that she does here in the power sheets is in the back of this book. So again, you do not have to have the power sheets. She has in the back here a section called Your Guide to Make It Happen. And that is where the power sheets are. And again, this book is one that has assignments at the end of the chapters. So I love the ones that give you homework because it helps you think and process and move forward. And we all know that's what we want to do. So after reading those books, then I got into the power sheets and worked through the process in here. And so I'm going to kind of just show you some of the things. So there's a page where you can just write down ideas, things that you would love to have happen in the year. And she says, get messy. She's like, these are not things that are supposed to be kept pretty. Get messy. So then there's a couple other pages in here, but I'm not really, well, I'll go ahead and show it to you. So this one's called Getting to Know Me, and you just kind of have some personal preferences, writing things down, just helping you process through some of that. And then a page about letting go. What are you going to let go of this year to be successful? Meeting your fears. I like this one a lot. I know a lot of us struggle with possibly fears of success, fears of failure, those kinds of things. Then there's one where you talk about the big picture for your year. And then there's actually a page to put your vision board on here. I printed one out, but it's actually on my planner. I'll show you that later. I didn't get one glued in here. Then she has a page that says progress, not perfection, because that's the overall goal we're aiming for is progress. We want to move forward. So then reviewing last year, things that happened that were good, things that were a little bit of a challenge. And then again, lessons I learned from those things. Just helping you process through. Here's where it really gets good. Things I'm saying no to, things I'm saying yes to, things that are going to help me move forward this next year and not keep me stuck. What fires you up? What gets you excited? Helping you process through that. And then, again, all of these it's very intentional, very sequential going through here. And then you get to the My Why page and you figure out what your why is for the next year. These are fun. What's growing now? Things that are going really well now. Things that maybe are weeds in your garden that you want to get rid of. So you want to write down kind of overall things that are happening that are either good or bad or just there. And then this is what I want to cultivate this year. And so then you put in all the things you want to work on. And then I love this. It's kind of like Mad Libs, you know, where you fill in the blank, except for she doesn't give you hints on what kind of word to fill in the blank, so it's all up to you. But this is my most purposeful year and kind of what it would look like. So you write through that. You decide on what your word for the year is going to be if you want to do that. Then the next section, this is the goals section. We're going to just brainstorm through some goals, things that you might want to do this year. And then there's a process at the end of the page she tells you to do with each of those goals to make sure they fit this criteria. And then you write those goals in the next couple pages. And again, watching the video that I posted in the link of the other about the one that Laura did about how to set grace-filled goals, she really walks you through this process really well to kind of help you think about the best ways to set your goal, where it's going to be more achievable, and that kind of thing. So then the next part is to figure out what your action plan is. So each page There's 10 pages in here. So she has them numbered up here in the top, and it says action plan. So you have your goal, your why for that goal, and then action steps for that goal. Plus I love down the side, she has the positive result taking action on this goal may have on my life and others, people to ask for guidance or accountability on this goal or resources to try, what progress on this goal looks like, and how will I celebrate when I complete it. I love that. I love being able to see those things all in advance. So there's just all of those for the whole, there's 10 of them. I didn't fill in all 10 because I want to have some room to add more later. And these are ones where, I was talking about the pins and things that I used earlier. These are not erasable. So anyway, so then each month she has another Let It Go page where you talk about, okay, kind of clearing your mind for the beginning of the month, what you want to work on, things that are worrying to you or causing anxiety. Just write it all down. Then you have again, brain dump kind of thing to simplify this month. Then you go through and pick the things that are going to help you reach those goals that you talked about earlier. And then you have, oops, I skipped a page. Sorry, the beginning of the month you have this prepare well. This says February because I missed the one in January. And so you just write down what's on your calendar, your important to-dos, things you're excited about, and what you're going to focus on this month. So I'm going to show you how this all kind of translates into my planner here in just a minute. So after the simplify page, then we have the tending list. So you have monthly goals, weekly goals, and daily goals. And there's like a checkbox. I love checkboxes. The reason this is like this is because you may have monthly goals that last longer than the month. So you're going to just show that you made progress. So it's like the loading bar on your computer. You know, you kind of color it in as you go. So I love that. Then at the end of the month, you come back and you are writing down what are you grateful for. This month I'm especially grateful for this. I'm choosing grace over guilt about this. I'm choosing grace over guilt about this. Someone I'm grateful for and why. Progress I'm celebrating even if it was small. A favorite memory from this month and a good lesson learned. I love this kind of a check-in at the end of the month. Then each quarter you come back and you, I'll show you the ones that are, so you check out your goals again. This is the 3-month refresh. What didn't work in the past 3 months, what did work, and lessons I learned. Then, and what you're grateful for. Again, you kind of revisit what am I celebrating? And what am I saying no to? What am I saying yes to? What I'm focusing on. So if you need to change up some of those goals, maybe you accomplished one of them and you want to start a new one, whatever, you can do that. So then the next page is the goal refresh. So you can go back, it looks just like the other page where we wrote down the 10 goals, and refresh those. So that's basically the power sheets. I want to make sure there's nothing here at the end of the year. Okay, so at the end of the year, let me make sure I get all these. So in December ends the same way all the rest of the months do with that, the cultivating page. But then she has what I'm celebrating this month, or celebrating this year, and then you have a little section for each month. I guess you could fill that out along as you go. And then what I learned this year and what I'm grateful for, celebrating 2017. And then the best is yet to come. So this is kind of prepping you for next year. And I like that. The other thing that I'll show you that she's got in here, if you do get the power sheets, there's some fun stickers in the back. Ta-da! So, okay, so that's the power sheets. We're already at 8 minutes. I'm trying to hustle. Inkwell. So what I do was I did my power sheets first and got those goals, the priorities, all of that figured out. And then I'm going to take it to my Inkwell calendar. In the front of the Inkwell are a couple of fun pages. So we have this goal breakdown. So I just transferred the goals that I had over there, my word for the year, my goals that I had over there, and put them in here. And then in here it also has a breakdown by quarters. You know, every 3 months it has another step so you can kind of show your progress there and figure out, you know, kind of have in your mind what steps you're going to take to get to the goals you want to reach, where you're going to be at each of those milestones. Okay, so then on the monthly calendar, there's a place you can write your top 5 things you're focusing on, and I really like that. That helps kind of break it down a little. Then at the beginning of each month, there is the mission board. You saw that on my the calendar that's on my fridge. And so you can, there's different sections, again, the same sections that you have for the goals. She has them broken down a little bit differently than the power sheets, like she's more specific. There's personal, social, financial, health, home, and dream big. And then there's the same categories here. So I just kind of figured out where my goals from the power sheets fit and put them in there. Then on this page, I love check boxes. I mentioned that, right? There's more check boxes. And then there's a place where you can write what you're focusing on this month, or this is the focus. This says plan, but you can write whatever you want there. I just kind of use it as a journal. And then there's little check boxes for 3 different like daily tasks. And that's what I use on the tending sheet, the tending list. I put, sorry, hold on, I'm going to find that real quick. For the tending list, I just made a copy of it to put in my planner. So I have one on my fridge and one in my planner. So the daily goals are things that you want are going to be like habits that you want to establish. And so I just put a few of those on my monthly checkbox in my Inkwell. I'm not going to try to put that back in there. So I just put a few of those daily habits here. And then once those become a habit, then I can move on to something different. Okay, so then we're going to move on to the weekly. I'll just show you this real quick. This is where I put my dream board. Is just right in the middle of the week we're on. So I'll show you different weeks so you can see a little bit better. So you can do a couple different things. I split my day here into to-dos and appointments. I'm just kind of trying that out. So some of them aren't split. Some of them are just, let's see if I can find another one. I just left it plain. I did put my word of the year on every page because I want it in front of my face. I'm using the little boxes down here to track new contacts, follow-ups, and then my meal planning. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Just to kind of, again, have that in front of my face. Another thing on the weekly is there's a weekly focus. So you can write what you're going to focus on there. And then something that I wanted to keep track of for my business. Weekly tracking. So I'm going to write down names of new customers and ambassadors. And specify again if they're a customer or ambassador or whatever. What my PV was for the end of the week, how many points I had at the end of the week, and then the date that I wrote those down. So that's just something kind of for my own, just to keep it in front of my face and just know where I'm at. So again with the Inkwell, it has that monthly check-in on the goals, the mission board where you can kind of see where you're at, what you want to focus on that month. More habit trackers. So that is, I mean, there's a lot of other really fun features here. There's note sections and there's all kinds of things in the back that are really cool. But that's basically what I wanted to show you about how I use it for my, how I use it for my business and for my life, just kind of keeping track. And I'll talk more about like how I use it with the rest of the things in the overall system video, the system breakdown video that I'll do here in a little while. So I hope this is helpful. Sorry, it got a little long. The next one though is probably gonna be even longer just because I'm gonna talk about the whole, how I put everything together. So look forward to that and we'll see you soon.